In this module, we're going to properly introduce Block Class Manager, or BCM, and the core blocks that you'll use to build layouts and styles inside Gutenberg. BCM is not just a styling plugin. It's a complete system for managing structure, responsive design, and reusable CSS directly inside the WordPress editor. Block Class Manager comes with three main blocks. The first one is the container block. This is the foundation for layouts, sections, wrappers, and structure. The second one is the text block, designed for headings, paragraphs, and typographic content, with full styling control. And the third one is the media block, used for images and media elements, again with the same advanced styling system. All these blocks share the same style engine and interface. Once you learn one, you automatically know how to use all of them. Let's now look at the BCM interface itself. The panel is organized into two main tabs, General and Style. The General tab is where you control the structure of your block. Here you can choose the HTML tag, like div, section, paragraph, heading, and so on. You can also manage HTML attributes and block-specific options. Think of the General tab as the place where you define the semantic structure and markup of your content. The Style tab is the heart of Block Class Manager. This tab is shared across all BCM blocks and contains all the CSS properties you need to design your layout. Here you control spacing, typography, colors, backgrounds, borders, shadows, layout behavior, visibility, and much more. Instead of writing CSS manually, you're working with a visual interface that directly maps to real CSS properties. BCM also includes a complete class management system. You can apply local styles, which affect only the current block. Or you can create global classes, which can be reused across multiple blocks and pages. This allows you to build consistent design systems, while still keeping full control at the block level. At the top of the Style panel, you'll find a search icon. This lets you quickly filter and find CSS properties. For example, if you type margin, background, or font, BCM will instantly show only the related controls. This makes working with large style panels fast and efficient, even on complex layouts. So in summary, BCM gives you structured blocks, a unified styling interface, reusable classes, and a professional CSS-based workflow, all directly inside Gutenberg. Before we start working with styles, it's important to understand how the BCM interface is structured. The Style panel is organized into sections and tabs, and inside those tabs you'll always find the same set of UI components. These components may look simple, but together they allow you to control all CSS properties in a precise and consistent way. Each UI component directly represents one CSS property. There is no abstraction or hidden logic. BCM uses a small set of core UI components to manage all CSS values. Once you understand these components, you can style anything. The first component is the Choose button. This is used when a CSS property accepts a predefined set of values. A typical example is Flex Direction, where you can choose between row, column, and other options. You simply click the option you want, and the corresponding CSS value is applied. The second component is a text input that supports units of measurement. Here you can directly type the value, including its unit, for example 16 pixel, 2 rem, or 50%. This is designed for speed and precision. You can also select the unit from a drop-down menu if you prefer. Because this input maps directly to CSS, you can use any valid CSS value, including CSS value functions. If the value is not valid, BCM will show a warning icon inside the field, so you immediately know something is wrong. Some properties don't require units. In these cases, BCM uses a plain text input without units. This is used, for example, for class names or numeric values like z-index. Again, the value you type is the value that will be applied in CSS. Another common component is the select dropdown. This is used when a property offers a fixed list of possible values. You simply choose one option from the list, and the CSS property is updated accordingly. For color-related properties, BCM provides a color picker. Here you can select custom colors, but you'll also see the colors defined in your WordPress theme. This means BCM integrates directly with the full site editing color system, keeping your design consistent across the site. The most advanced component is the repeater. A repeater is used when a CSS property is composed of multiple values, or when the property can be defined multiple times. For example, properties like box shadow or background. Each repeater item contains the same UI components we've just seen. You can add new items, reorder them, duplicate them, or remove them. This allows you to build complex CSS values in a visual and structured way, while still respecting the real CSS syntax. Every UI component includes a clear button. This resets the property to its initial value. It's an important tool when experimenting with styles or cleaning up unused values. Clearing a value resets the control and removes the corresponding CSS property from the final output. Next to each control, you'll also find a view selector. This lets you switch between desktop, tablet, and mobile. Each property can have different values per device, allowing you to build fully responsive designs directly inside the editor. Finally, next to each label, you'll see a small indicator dot. This dot shows the origin and priority of the current value. A pink dot means the value is defined locally. A green dot means the value comes from a global class. A gray dot means the value is inherited. A red dot indicates a conflict between values. Clicking this indicator lets you understand exactly where the style is coming from and which value is currently winning. As you can see, BCM keeps the interface simple, but extremely powerful. A small number of UI components, combined with responsive controls and class management, gives you full control over your CSS without losing clarity.